Hello everyone, I'm Ritanya from the Decor Journal. We are a platform curating content about architecture, interior design, and construction community. So today we are here to acknowledge and embrace the contribution and acclamation of female architects and designers. For that, we have here architect Meenakshi Umesh with us today, who is a great contributor to the eco community, eco construction, through Mudhive, a design studio in Dharmapuri district, Tamil Nadu. She owns an organization called Puvidam, through which she does land regeneration and conducts workshops on eco construction and sustainable living. We are happy to welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, we would like to have your insights on Women's Day and women's contribution in the industry. First of all, what does International Women's Day mean to you, ma'am?
International Women's Day is an acknowledgement of the courage of all the women who have fought for their rights to be equal. As women, we are not looking to become superior, but at least we should be treated equally. And I think this celebration of this Women's Day gives a lot of encouragement to people who are, to women who are on the path of realizing who they are, for actualizing their own dreams. And for the people who are in doubt, for the women who are in doubt about whether they are on the right track, whether they should be fighting at all. So for them, this is an inspiration to see all these women who have, managed to stand up for themselves.
Sure. So, ma'am, have you faced any gender challenges or gender equality challenges in your career, and how did you meet them?
My career actually started in Oroville with Popo. He was a German architect that I worked with. And he was so magnanimous. He gave me a project. He handed me the client and he said, finish this from start to finish and you'll get an idea of what really goes into creating buildings. And when typically I was on the site, with a hat and everything to supervise the construction, he said, Meenakshi, that's not the way to go. Come on, get your hands dirty, get into the pit, start digging, start construction. And what are you going to supervise if you don't know what it means to be doing that work? And that is what he would do. Whenever he would come to site, he would never just walk around and look at things. He'd immediately get down, start doing things, fix things. So he was a great inspiration to me as to how you interact with people who work on the construction site and the people who give ideas, the people who are around us. When they are working with their hands, they have ideas that can be very useful in making the project much more alive and much more interactive. So this experience is what I had. And then I was in development alternatives. And even there, I was a chief architect. So I really never felt the discrimination. I think much of it is also within us. As women, we are conscious that we are women and that we may not be respected. I don't think I was conscious that I'm a woman in a field of men. I was just myself and I was comfortable. So the people who I was working with, they would make fun of my skills. Like when I was laying the bricks, they would say, come on, this is not the way to do things. But it was always a very friendly kind of a interaction and there was always learning. So I guess it's also how we perceive these things. And I guess I was lucky that I was not in a big corporate office. Then I was faced any of those challenges.
Yeah, that is definitely a different dimension.
Yes.
Looking into challenges. So, ma'am, what does the word power mean to you?
To me, the word power means the ability to do anything. Like, I feel the power that I have over my dreams. If I decide to do something, I can do it. It's that simple for me. And most of the time it is working on myself. For me, power always means that I challenge myself. I challenge myself to change myself to accommodate what is happening around me, and to respond in a positive way always.
Ma'am, which powerful women have inspired you the most?
Actually, sadly, my first inspiration was Gandhiji, who was not a woman, but I guess he was very sensitive to women in general.
Yeah.
And then Kasturba, his wife, I realized slowly that Gandhiji wouldn't have been able to do any of the things that he did if he was not supported by Kasturba. And in my own life, that kind of made me look at my mother again with a new perspective. And I saw that, she was a homemaker, but if she wasn't doing everything that she was doing, none of us would be who we are. And she had put in so much energy and so much love in making that home, in the way she did things. I guess that is our tradition, our Indian tradition is also to use everything to the last bit. So old clothes were stitched into rags, rags were stitched into mats. So I've seen her do all this, really frugal and very creative way of using things and reusing them again and again. So she has been a great inspiration for me when I'm looking at sustainability and minimalism as a way of life. And I guess my father, because he has never treated me different from my brother. I mean, we were on par, and he always used to say that just because you're a girl doesn't mean you can't do anything. Come on, do it. And that, I would climb trees, and the only thing he said is, okay, if you have to climb trees, wear pants instead of frocks. It's that simple.
Yeah.
So I guess all these things make a difference, to who you are. You don't get inspired by one person, but by a multitude of people who you meet and interact with.
So, ma'am, talking about the environment, do you feel there is an inclination in the supportive environment for the women at home now?
Yeah, at least the way Instagram is going, it looks very promising for homemakers. And it also looks that women are finally being recognized for what they do. It's not like, what do you do at home all day? It's not like that anymore. And I hope it will change too. Yes, because you are here for us the whole day, we can be wherever we want and come back to a safe space. So the importance of a homemaker is, it is emotional, physical, and mental peace, actually. I mean, she's giving all that without even speaking about it and without being thanked for all that.
Yeah.
So it's high time that we recognized how important the role of a homemaker is. And it could be a man. I mean, the homemaker could be a man. So it's not necessary that it has to be a woman. Whether you're a man or woman, your role is that you're creating a space where people can come back to and roost. They can sleep, they can rest. That's very important. Regenerative space, actually.
Ma'am, what did you dream of becoming when you were young? And did you become the version of your dream?
So actually, as children, I used to love auto rickshaws. I wanted to drive an auto. Then when I grew up, I said, auto is too small. I want to a little bigger, caravan kind of a thing. And I just want to keep driving. And so we used to go to our village, and I used to see the farms and the work on the farm. We were all participating in harvesting. I said, okay, so what? Wherever I go, there will be some farm work. I can do the farm work. I can get my food. I don't have to do, permanent work anywhere. So that was my dream, to just be, what is it called, a nomad, and just keep moving. And slowly reality set in, and then I was like, okay, so what do I want to do? And I realized that I have a lot of compassion and love for people. So nursing was my choose profession, actually. I attended the IIMS Army nurse examination. I passed. And then I had written a lot of exams. I written architecture also. And then my parents said that architecture is better. You'll stay near home, because in those days to send a girl away to study somewhere was difficult. So it's like architecture happened to me. I never had the dream of being an architect or anything. It's just a coincidence. Happy one at that, because I think architecture is a profession that gives you a very wholesome kind of a perspective of life. It's not narrow, so very wide perspective. And though it looks like it's a profession that is not a service-oriented profession, it is actually a service-oriented profession if you look at it the right way, because you're providing the 5 basic necessities. You're one of them, and if you can have such an impact on people's lives by the way we talk to them, we convince them of the new alternatives. So I guess we can have a big impact not only on people's lives, on the environment as architects, so we can be, really service to the planet and service to humanity. It should be possible to become a service-oriented profession.
Well said, ma'am. So I'm looking on to the future. What do you think gender equality will be in future, and what all challenges will be the future women be facing?
See, actually, right now there is the beautiful environment where women can be women. We don't have to be men. We don't have to compete to be like men or do things that men do. We are special. We have to recognize that women have the creative energy in them. They are actually personified compassion. They are a personification of love. They are a personification of understanding. And instead of competing with each other as women, because see, so many generations, women have been pitched against another woman because we've been treated like products. So you want this product or that product, this woman or that woman. I think it's high time that we realize we are not products. We are people who have dreams and who have personalities which are so close to nature, because we are like Mother Nature herself. And we need to recognize this special attribute that nature has given to us. We need to respect ourselves. We need to respect other women. We have to stop this competing between women. And I think once we respect ourselves, it happens automatically that other people respect us.
Sure. So ma'am, finally, as a grown-up, as having a lot of experience of life, what would you advise the younger version of you?
The younger version of me. Actually, when you're growing up, you feel that, maybe you were not given enough credit for your work. You were not given enough appreciation, that all your efforts have not really been recognized. And so I think though those feelings did exist in me then, and they did put me through a lot of agony sometimes, I would tell that younger person today that it doesn't matter. That the only person who needs to appreciate you is you. The only person that needs to respect you is you. Love yourself, respect yourself, hold yourself high, and you'll always be in a good space. Don't get worried about what people are saying, that this person didn't do this, that person didn't do that, and that you didn't get the recognition. Because finally, what is the use of recognition from outside? You need the recognition from inside. If you recognize yourself, nothing matters. So,
well said, ma'am. Well said.
Yeah.
So thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It was a pleasure for having you on this platform.
Thank you.